KILR KILR Games.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to an X-plane thing. It happens to be an X-plane 8 thing, which happens to be a killer point request thing, which started with diplexkestrel, who is here with us. Say hello! And he wanted to see a flight with X-plane 8, so I went ahead and got that installed. Luckily I had space, and it took a little bit to get it installed too. It was rather interesting. It's over a gigabyte worth of space for that, but then just to get United States scenery on there, it was over 8 gigabytes. I think it's took like 2 or 3 hours to get it all installed. It was a little crazy, but I went ahead and checked out a little bit of it, and I just got to say that this version of X-plane is amazing. It really is. Oh yeah, you bet. I've definitely been wanting to check this out as you know, as well as 9 and 10. And I do have a new computer that I am, not a new computer, but I am repairing a computer that will have more space on it, and so it will have all the X-planes installed, as well as Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which brings me to a couple other things. JMike70 is also part of the killer request thing. He helped us out. He gave us a location. He gave us 2 locations to fly to. That's the thing with the KILR Points. There are different levels, so you can spend a little bit of points and say, hey, I'd like to see a flight on this simulator. Or there's more points that you can spend to be able to pick a flight from one location to another. And so diplexkestrel said, hey, I want to see X-plane 8. And JMike70 said, hey, I would like to see it from Logan-Cache to Provo, Utah, because he's familiar with the area and there's a lot of terrain and scenery that we can check out along the way. So I thought it was a great idea. Things are flicking around because I'm on another monitor clicking on stuff. Let's see. It's taking me a moment here because I'm kind of moving some stuff around. See, got a mouse cursor there. One of the things I'm going to move around is this Navigraph. So this is where we're at. No, Navigraph is not connected to it, but we're going up in this direction. Brigham City has got a VOR, so we'll tune into that. Oh, Brigham City, not Provo. Sorry. We're going to Brigham City. We're going to KPVU. So KLGU to KPVU. And we'll just move this right off the monitor here, over here to the side, so that way I can refer to that as we're going. Halfway through, it looks like we can stop at, or not stop, but you know, we can fly to Wasatch and then continue our way to Brigham City. OldeShark, more nostalgia. Ah, you missed you missed the end of the stream. That's okay. Those episodes are going to show up on the KILR Television YouTube channel, so they will be there eventually, and you'll be able to see them there. Along with this, this is going to be part of a series that I have called KILR Twitch Streams, which comes out every Twitch Tuesday on KILR TV. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's got to be edited and put up there. So give it a little bit of time, and this will show up there on YouTube, where you'll be able to share with your friends and your family, and you could say, "Hey, I got iron points and I requested this flight," and it will always be there. And of course, in the description, I'll give you shout outs for the request, so you get credit as well. So the KILR Points is a great way for all of you to get involved with the channel, being able to influence the channel and be able to see the types of things that you'd like to see, which gets me back to Flight Simulator 2020. If you're in a situation where it's not something that you're able to play, well, guess what? You can earn those points here on Twitch and redeem them, so that way you can see a flight from like maybe your hometown to another airport. So something to think about. If you're not following me on Twitch, what you doing? What you doing? You should be here. You should be following me on Twitch, so that way you can earn those points and redeem them for cool things, cool flights. All right. You're doing the right thing. Anyways, we went over the flight, and we are here at KLGU, and we're going to get going here. So we're in a Piper, I think. I do want to show you some very interesting things that I discovered here. Hang on something. My Navigraph was hanging off the side of the screen. Let's see. Yeah, stretch that out a little bit there. Okay, so I made some interesting discoveries. Oh no, perfectly understandable. Yeah, when you're flying, you definitely want to concentrate on your flying. But you know, it's kind of like having a radio on, or you know, you're on a flight, got the autopilot on, and you've got something off to the side that's on, kind of keeping you entertained. It's all good, man. I understand that. So I want to show you some interesting things that I discovered here. Under rendering options, let's see. One, you can change the texture resolution to really high, but another thing you can do here is you can increase the autogen for trees until where it says tree hugger. World distance, I can't click on some of that stuff. Number of objects, totally insane. Number of roads, totally insane. But there is something else that I saw here, which I checked, and I'm like looking for it. You got the 3D clouds. Here it is, right here. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, well, darn it. I thought you could see what it is that I'm clicking on here. I might have to. There we go. I have to click out of the thing, click on the recording thing, so that way you can see it. So yeah, so totally insane here for objects, for roads, distance here. You can do tree hugger, but right here, look at this. Allow sloped runways. So xplane 8 came out in 2006, around the time FSX did, and they had sloped runways that early. So it wasn't something recent. It dated all the way back to xplane 8. How about that? And you got a whole bunch of other things here that you can click on. The version I've got has got different languages here. We'll stick with English because I know that one. And that was just an interesting thing. Something else that I noticed, this does have Meigs Airport, but you can't pull it up as far as a starting airport. It has X on it. So instead of KCGX, it's XCGX, meaning it's a closed airport. However, I did test this out in Chicago and flew over to where Megs is at to see if it was there, because we'll be doing the world tour on xplane 8, just like we have been on the other ones. And it's there. It's there. So I just have to manually fly there and then do the tour. So yeah, cool things. So imagine there's sound. Maybe we broke something. Holy smokes. This is pretty bad. But we're about ready to... There's Walmart. Okay. External view, everything. Everything's working. I think we're in business, folks. Well, John, I guess you didn't miss anything. Other than some technical issues. This is a little challenging to control here. And it likes to stall. Okay, which one is vertical speed here? Is it this one? Oh, wait, I found it. I see it written up here. Yes, I get it. Come on, autopilot. What the? I have the autopilot on. Okay, flying apparently. Okay, maybe not using the autopilot was a good thing. Maybe we should switch over to a Cessna. I just don't have an autopilot on this, but yeah, well, maybe that's a good thing. See if I have the same type of problem here. And it pulls. It's pulling to the left. All right, we're doing a little better here. Diplex. Oh yeah, you missed all the excitement. First of all, we were having some technical issues because OBS did not want to record xplane, because xplane is showing automatically goes to full screen mode. There is no windowed mode. Thankfully, I was able to add a source, a different type of source that looks for a game that's in full screen mode. Sometimes that doesn't work, but this time it did, and now we can actually see. Because before, I'm sitting there, I'm flying, I'm taking off, you can hear all the sounds and stuff, but it was frozen. You couldn't see anything. But when I click outside of it and click on the recording software, then you can see it. But then there's no sound. But we got it worked out now. I didn't think it was going to be that complicated. So yes, here on the Killer Gamer channel, where things are not quite what you expect. No. It's not a buggy sim at all. The sim is fine. It's just OBS didn't want to record it the way I had it. I had it set for display mode, so whatever's displaying, it should record. It's not playing nice with xplane. But as you can see, it looks pretty good. Now, one thing that is a little different from what you guys are seeing compared to what I'm seeing is the frames per second. What I am seeing is absolutely smooth. Yours has got a little bit of a jitter to it. If I click outside, now you can see it's a lot smoother. Just look at the propeller there. So it's a lot smoother there. But when I click back on the simulator, it stutters just a little bit. Victor Hugo. Nope. But it looks good. X-Plane 8 from 2006. Same time that FSX was released. Compare the two, and I think this one looks a lot better. It doesn't have any buildings at the airports. It doesn't have landmarks or anything. But the terrain and the texture is fantastic. I was actually very amazed by this simulator. They are very superior to it. I mean, is it Orbix? No. But it's pretty dang good. And you still have the ATC chatter. Even though it's not much, it repeats. But, you know, at least it's a nice little Nice little background thing. Clicking outside of the sim here so I can look up some more VORs here. Want to see if I can pick up Provo. Nope, too far away. And this did have a 3D cockpit, kind of. You can go over here and click 3D cockpit, and you can look around. Okay, that is not as good as the Piper that we were looking at. Yeah, so this, okay, so this one's not so good. The Piper we were flying was way better. It was not in pieces like what this one is. Thank you, Victor. Appreciate that. I'm glad we're able to get the technical issues worked out, because I really wanted you all to be able to see this. This is when I got this installed. I was really amazed by what I saw. And we streamed xplane 5, 6, and 7 here on the channel. And it's been very cool to see how xplane developed from all those old versions. xplane 7 had the first 3D clouds. This one has got the first option for sloped runways. And the terrain and the textures for xplane 7 were not bad either. This is definitely a big improvement over that, but whoops. That's not my throttle, that's my flaps. Once again, I don't have DME for the navs. I've got to use this thing. So you can see the scenery there on the other side of the mountains. Pull up an external view here for you. Got some low hanging balloons over there. I think Provo's over in that direction. Okay, 81 miles. That's not bad. It's in this general direction. I'll just fly this like I fly Flight Simulator 2. It doesn't have an autopilot either. So we'll just rely on good old trim to work for us here. Yeah, we did that. We went over the mountains the first time, but yeah, we'll go over this way.
125, turn left at Victor, straight ahead on Bravo and ground point 9.
Need some more airplane selections. There's only 3 to choose from. Well, from general aviation, you know. Then they got the heavy metal airliners and stuff too. It's getting a little cloudy here. This down here, I'm not sure. I can't read this. I don't know what this is. Oh, that is it. Okay. It's just it's not readable. It's readable when I click on it. When I click on this, I can read this, but what's on the buttons themselves? Yeah, I'm not able to read that. Okay, well, good call there, John. I saw it before, but I couldn't read what was on the button, so I just figured it was something else. There we go. Of course, we're having a problem with speed like we've had before. Oh, hold on. That's right. Now that we got the autopilot working, I can put that throttle in all the way. This looks to be going faster than what we saw on X-Plane 6. I think it was one of those where the Cessna was not going very fast at all. I think it was 6. That was the one that we flew to Las Vegas, if I remember correctly. The communications has changed also. They have a different voice on this one as well.
Project in-flight information Delta. 1700 Zawaba weather. Sky conditions 3500 broken 13,500 scattered visibility 25. Temperature 6 viewpoint 0. Wind 060 at 8. Altimeter 2992. Arriving and departing runway 03. Advise on initial contact you have Delta.
It seems like with each version of X-Plane, they've changed the voice. Wind, yes, I know. It did that on the last version too. Is it the C&EE from Airfoil Labs? No idea. I've not been able to find any type of content for the old X-planes. Maybe X-plane 9, but normally I see X-plane 10 as far as old. Anything before that, I haven't been able to find. I'd like to be able to. I would hope that the community out there had made airport scenery or something. Maybe there's some old stuff on xplane.org. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right spot.
At 670 Mike Bravo, Loran, ground point 9. 5 miles to the ground, landing at 9 seconds.
It freezes like that. That gets me a little worried.
Information November is currency, altimeter 3042.
We'll go this direction here.
Some 1984 Avenue, New York approach, expect factors to the visual approach, runway 31 left. 1981 left.
Okay, interesting. So according to this, Provo is at a heading of 153, which is where we're heading, 67 miles out. But for some reason, I can't pick it up on the nav radio. Maybe the mountains are blocking the signal. I don't think it's 167. It says right here 0066.2. Maybe it's lying to us again. Hey, well, you know what happened when we flew to Mexico City on X-plane 7? The frequencies were different. We wound up like passing it. Had to turn around, find out what the frequency was. We still got maps on here. Here's the local map. And it's a little bit different. You can now actually click on stuff. You see that? And it will give you elevation, the ATIS. It tells you the radio. Here's the distance. So it's 8 miles from here to here. This is a really nice little feature here. We can zoom out here a little bit. Okay, so here's Salt Lake. That's 38 miles. Heber City, that's 54. Here's Provo right here. According to this, it's 64 miles away. Then you got your sectional maps here. High on route, en route, low, high speed. So this is a really nice little thing here. And then there's the globe, like what we saw before, the planet map, this right here. But if you do click anywhere on here, then it does actually take you to that location. So definitely don't click on the globe anywhere. Well, keep in mind, John, that we're flying kind of like a direct route, so maybe when driving by car, it really is 167 miles because of, you know, all the twists and turns and everything that you got to do to maybe get around those mountains. I want weather. Here it is. Let's change the weather here. I'm gonna pull up the this up a little bit. Let's clear up the weather a little. There's possible icing. You can do. I haven't really messed with this stuff here. But you can set your precipitation, microburst probability, just like the old versions too. You could do that. I don't know if it will download. Oh, here we got wind direction. That could be some of the problems that we're having. Let's just turn those off. I don't know if it will download real weather, but you can take the meter file from xplane 11 and set it in here, so that will probably work. Haven't tried it. Is it me, or did it make the sky darker? The sky looks darker. Maybe because I have scattered. I don't know. That is interesting. There we go. There we go. That's better. If we wanted a rainstorm, though, that would have looked good. Look at that. That looks cool. This is very similar to xplane 7, except I'm seeing what looks like maybe jet trails or something. And some of them are doing some weird graphical things, but that really looks amazing. If you had known about xplane 8 when FSX came out, do you guys think you might have flown it? The only thing is that FSX had better third-party support. That would be the only thing. If anything, I would at least play them both. That way you got the best of both worlds. What's this thing doing? Look at this. What's it doing? It's just going back and forth. Alright. Well, we are pretty much on the way there. Got about 27 minutes left of our flight. 55 miles to go. So is this about right? Back in 2006, were they pretty much separate like that? Over here, yeah, I think that's Salt Lake International over there. Let's increase the autogen here. I got force density populated. Number of objects is a lot, but you can go tons, megatons, too many and totally insane. Let's try megatons. Let's keep the roads default because they wind up getting a little ridiculous. Although I'm not sure if that added it or not. I think if you change the autogen, I think you have to quit out and come back in order for it to... Which, yeah, you know what? I don't think we want to do that. I see some buildings up there for downtown Salt Lake. And looky! Clouds are casting shadows just like they did in X-Plane 7. Heck, to be honest, this looks better than prepared out of the box. This looks better than P3D out of the box. But I can say that FSX looked better on the inside. on the inside of the aircraft, it looked better. At least the 3D cockpit was definitely better. Victor Hugo! Thanks for joining. You guys didn't see that animation because the game capture window was actually covering it. I fixed it. So if we have another person that joins, you'll get to see the there's actually a visual animation and everything when someone raids or hosts or follows. But thank you for joining, Victor. Appreciate that. Got a lot of cool things coming up for the channel. Flight Simulator 2020, just one of them. But even with that coming out, we're still going to do retro sims here as well. So you'll still get to see classic X-Plane, and there'll still be X-Plane 11. Got plenty of time. Well, we're just having a nice relaxing flight here. One of these days, I need to turn off the landing light. So, John, you remember the textures we were looking at on xplane 7, where things look like they were in tiles, right? Now look at it. Now we got like some photorealistic textures underneath. I don't know if we have residential houses that have pools in the backyard, though. I think they went away with that and just went with mostly photoreal stuff. Yep. There's a few 3D ones here. That one there is blocking the road. I'm disappointed that there's no cars on the road, because they had that in xplane 7 and it's gone here. I thought having the objects up to max may have changed it, but no. No. It does put a lot more autogen out there, though. And even on an i5 system, it does start to lag. So, something to keep in mind there. Definitely more realistic looking than what xplane 7 was. Over here is a little bit of a problem. You can see how there it's kind of cut there, but and it may look better once we get closer. But yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, just the definition of the mountains, how well they're defined, and the textures look really good too. You've got a nice fade out into the distance here. It's nice and smooth. So the atmospheric quality is pretty dang good. Heck, I think, yeah, there's a curvature of the Earth too. I didn't start seeing the curvature of the Earth until like P3D, I think. I think Fly has got a round world too. We're getting closer. It looks like we can still kind of see. Unless that's a road. Maybe that's a road or something on top of there. That could be what it is. I mean, this road here looks like it's going into the mountain, so I don't know. We'll see when we get closer. Oh, wow. Kind of a shame because I hate to see all that open space just taken up by more city. We got 26 miles to go. This might be the lake near Provo right out here. 26 miles is not far, and it was by a lake. Looks like once we got closer that there's still a little line there, right there, but it looks a lot better than what it did before. It doesn't look like someone took a sword and went shoo. This is the great thing about going back and going through these old simulators, is kind of like rediscovering things that you may have missed. Like heck, I never played these old X-planes. My. It looks like we have some more killer spam to take care of. Ban. Let's see. Ban. Who else? Ban. Okay, there we go, all cleaned up. Want to become famous? Sure, but I'll do that on my own accord. With some hard work. That was quite a bit, too. That was like 3 of them all coming at the same time. All I gotta say is this. When I first started, I wasn't getting those spam messages. But now that I am getting those spam messages, it seems to me that I'm getting a little bit more famous than what I was when I first started. So I'm sure the more famous I get, the more spam bots I'm going to get too. Want to become famous? Nope, I'm doing that on my own. Thanks a lot, though. Now let me show you to the door. It's got a no entry thing on it as you leave. That means don't come back. So, what do we got? 16 miles. I see a white light up ahead. I think that is the airport. I think that is LPVU up there. Oh, by the way, on Navigraph, I did a direct route between the two airports. It says 95 miles on it. So if Navigraph is saying it's 95 nautical miles, well, I'm hoping that's accurate. I'm hoping Navigraph is giving us accurate information. Let's see here. Let's request landing. Well, we're not going to Provo Municipal. We want to go to Logan-Cache. So I'm not seeing that on there. Oh, we are? Okay. Oh, Logan-Cache is where we took off from. Never mind. Don't mind me, I'm just a little confused.
Cessna 4110 Tango Wine 360 at 8. Cleared to land runway 13 Provo E.
Okay. Well, I believe that's it right there. I think we're coming up to it. Caution. Okay, plane. Play nice.
Delta 1984, having clear right heading 170, going to maintain 16,000, altimeter 30.
There we go. It's a little better. Zerahunar! Hey, good to see you again. Tarkov! Oh, that's cool. We've been doing, let's see, the other day we did Flight Simulator 1. And earlier today we did the Commodore 64. And now we're on X-Plane 8. Released in 2006. Around the same time as FSX. And this is how it looked. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. Shadows on the water there from the clouds.
Heading 170 down to 1603040.
And Provo, which we're landing at, is just ahead. Got a temperamental Cessna here. Not as bad as the Piper we were flying earlier. Holy smokes, that thing just That one just did not want to fly very well. Do I like survival FPS games? Does Minecraft count? It's got a survival mode. Yeah, I do have two others. I have Empyrean, Galactic Survival, which I like. And then I do have 7 Days to Die, which I have not played in, I don't know, a while.
1984 Avenue, New York, approach, expect vectors to the visual approach, runway 31 left. 1984 left.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Minecraft has a survival mode. Put it on hard, or even hardcore, and it can be a little bit of a challenge. Especially hardcore, because if you die, well, that's permadeath. You're done. And I tell you what, when you have a zombie apocalypse coming for you, a bunch of skeletons shooting arrows at you, and a bunch of really angry Endermen, yeah, life is not so fun. It definitely has its moments when it comes to survival mode, I'll tell you that. Yeah, you can pick the next one. Do you have points to redeem? I'm sure you do.
KILR 4, runway 31 left, you walk clear to land.
I think it's, what, 100 points? You can redeem 100 points and just pick any simulator. You can't pick the flight, but you can at least pick the next simulator you'd like to see. So I have a real basic simple one there. 500, there you go. X-plane 10 or 9. Ah, I hope I have room on my hard drive. Because I'm running out of space. But it's not a problem because I can move my X-plane 8 installation to my external hard drive. And then I'll have room to install X-plane 9. I would say X-plane 9. I would like to move up to the next one and see what it looks like before going to 10. Oh, no, I don't have to download it. I have a physical copy. As a matter of fact, it's a brand new copy. Hasn't even been opened yet. No, we're good. We can take care of you. I have solutions.
90, frequency change, disregard that, 08124.
Hey, look at the ground, everyone. This is like really wanting to pull up. Oh my goodness, this is really wanting to pull up. 21 days, yes. And I'm getting my i7 ready to go also. Got the heatsink and cooler installed on the CPU. It posted. I checked out the temperature. Idling at 39 degrees Celsius. Just what we need there. So it's running nice and cool and idle, which is perfect. So we're good there. I ordered the hard drives. So once I get those, I'll have the fun task of reinstalling Windows 7 and Windows 10. Yeah, so one drive will have Windows 7 and the other one will have Windows 10. And then I'll start reinstalling all of my stuff. And once I have it all reinstalled, then I can move. I'll move all my recordings and stuff over to the i7 and get off of the i5 machine. And the i5 machine will be the new rendering machine, so I can render out my videos and everything, and I'll still be able to stream while I'm doing that. Or I can have rendering on both machines. I'll get videos done a lot quicker. Why two different operating systems? Well, there are some things that still work pretty well with Windows 7 that do not work correctly on Windows 10, and likewise the other way around. So, and I like the flexibility of two operating systems. In case one gets corrupted, I can at least log into the other one and clean things up. So I've done dual boot systems for a while, like dating back all the way to 95 and 98. I did dual boot systems, and it's come in handy. I got to tell you. Yeah, but they're going to be on separate drives. So there's going to be a 2 terabyte SSD drive for Windows 7 and a 2 terabyte drive for Windows 10.